Alright everyone, so the knife that I'm going to be showing you all today is the Holt Bladeworks Specter, and I'm very excited to be showing you guys this. This is a very special knife and probably one of the most sought after knives in the secondary market. As many of you guys know, if you're familiar with this knife, the price for this knife is crazy on the secondary market, but that's besides the point. I will get into all of that in just a bit. But I'm so excited to be showing you guys this beautiful knife. So let's just hop right in. So there are many different versions of the Holt Specter. There are many different handle materials and whatnot, but this is a newer variant of the Holt Specter. The reason being is because this has a liner lock. The length on this blade is 3.6 inches with a width of 0.9, and as for the handle, its length is 4.5. The overall length is 8.15 inches and it weighs 3.6 ounces. I'd say that this is a very balanced and reasonably sized knife, and also the weight is pretty good too. It feels very light in the hands, but it is a very good weight considering that this knife has titanium handles, titanium backspacer, pocket clip, and with those materials, I mean, you kind of are expecting it to be a tad heavier, but it's just not that bad considering what this knife is made out of. I also love how the handle has a really nice two-toned look to it. It kind of has like a really nice bronze undertone, which complements and matches the pocket clip perfectly, and it's just such a aesthetically pleasing knife to look at. But I want to get into the blade because it is one of my favorite features on this knife. This knife is made out of M390, which is one of my personal favorites, and it has a flat grind, which is just so beautiful and just very, once again, I said this earlier, just very pleasing to look at. The blade is made out of M390, which is one of my personal favorites, and as for the grind, it is completely flat, which, like I mentioned earlier with the handle, it's just super satisfying and pleasing to look at. And as for the finish, okay, the finish is probably one of the prettiest I've ever seen, and I'm not exaggerating. I love it. I just love how this whole blade looks overall. It has kind of like an almost mirror finish to it, and I just think it looks so beautiful. And I also forgot to mention, I just want to talk about the milling real quick because I forgot to mention it earlier when I was running over the handles. So this has the most beautiful milling I've ever seen, and you can just tell so much skill and effort and really like a lot of attention to detail went into making this knife. I love the milling on the handles. It's in this feather pattern, and it's just so beautiful, and it provides a really nice grip. There is some jimping on the spine of the blade, but most of your grip will be found in the handle, and there are just no sharp edges on this knife, which is so nice, and it just fits very nicely in the hand because of how it's contoured. We actually didn't purchase this from the secondhand market. We were able to get this because we had won the lottery that Holt Bladeworks held for this knife, so very lucky and very grateful to be able to show you all this, and probably one of the most beautiful knives that I've handled for sure.